Unfortunately, in this interview, what Michael Jones is doing is essentially ecumenical whitewashing. And what he's done is he's completely glossed over the facts of the matter when it comes to what Catholics believe and the differences that exist between Catholics and Protestants. The Catholics didn't murder millions of Protestants in the Reformation because there was a definitional error. The Catholics did that because they have a different gospel than Protestants. Okay? And what the Catholics do is, yes, they believe all of the right things, 99.9% of the same things as Protestants. But what they do is they add works to justification. Okay? Not sanctification. It's not just we're talking past each other and talking about two different things. No, they're talking about justification, and they believe that you add works to that justification. So let's look at Session 6 of the Council of Trent, Canon 24, and it says, "If anyone saith that the justice received is not preserved and also increased before God through good works, but that the said works are merely the fruits and signs of justification obtained, but not a cause of the increase thereof, let him be anathema." So what this is saying is that once you've been justified, you then need to do good works to increase your justification and maintain your justification. And that these good works play a role in your justification. Catholic doctrine says that you can lose justification by committing mortal sins. They believe that that you will need to pay for your salvation through time served in purgatory for committing venial sins. And it's a completely different gospel once you add in all of the things that Catholics add in. It's just sad that someone who claims to be a scholar, who claims to do research and all of these sorts of things, can be so absolutely either deceived or deceptive to us. I don't know which. I pray that he's just deceived, but Catholics do not have the same gospel.
Some would say Catholics add some degree of works to salvation. Well, how do you navigate that conversation? Because I know you're very friendly with Catholics as well.
Yeah, I think Catholics are Christian for sure. So I mean, I don't have anything. I think the Catholic Protestant hate just needs to stop.
Yeah.
Catholics and Protestants basically agree. We're just using different terminology.
Okay.
When Catholics say salvation, they agree we are saved by grace through faith. They don't disagree with Paul. But when they say salvation, they're talking about the whole process, including sanctification. So they're saying that is all salvation. Whereas when Protestants talk about salvation, they're talking about regeneration, the initial act where we become saved, we enter into the kingdom.
Yeah.
So yes, Catholics agree, but when they talk about salvation, they're including sanctification as well, which is where Christ slowly sanctifies us and makes us perfect, morally perfect over time.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure we're all speaking the same language, and I think Catholics and Protestants are just not, and that's why there's this confusion that happens.